Hi, if you're looking at this video, I'm guessing there is someone in your life who has challenges, whether they're social, emotional, academic challenges, and it could be a combination because humans are complicated. Well, I'm so glad you happened to decide to watch this video because there is help, incredible hope for you. And the reason I say that is because I started doing this parent coaching thing because my kids were the ones who actually told me that I needed to help other parents. Both of my children have challenges, and both of them, oh my gosh, if you had told me that they were going to grow up to be 20-somethings who had great jobs and wonderful relationships and were just sailing in their adult lives, I would have said, that sounds amazing, but I probably would have laughed. Because getting them there was quite a thing. What I did find out in that entire experience was that I needed to look at how my children's brains worked and educate them socially, emotionally, and academically in the way that their brains worked. Because attention issues, anxiety, various things run on both sides of my husband's and my family. And when we went to have kids, I thought, oh, having kids is going to be super easy. I got this. I had been working with kids for years. I had taught preschool. After preschool, I had been a recreation therapist when I got out of college, and then I had become a teacher. I had already taught several elementary school grades by the time my kids came along. So I thought, this is my wheelhouse. I'm great at kids. I got this. And then God gave us a couple of kids who had challenges. And I did great with other people's kids, at least I thought at the time, who had challenges. But I absolutely lost it when our oldest daughter was 7. And my husband traveled a lot for work. I was on my own a lot. I won't claim to be like a single parent because he did come home and he was really helpful when he was home. But I will say it was rough, to say the least. Sometimes when something's going on with our kids, either we can't relate at all because we're nothing like them, or we are like them, and it makes it even more difficult. For example, I have attention issues and both of our kids have attention issues. So I have a hard time keeping my own ducks in a row. How am I supposed to keep your ducks in a row too? I can't keep track of your ducks and my ducks. You get the idea. Eventually, I did learn how to help them figure out their own ducks and keep their own ducks in a row and my own ducks in a row, among a bazillion other things that we figured out along the way. And what I'm telling you is when we use our kids' strengths, when we get really clear on what their strengths are and what their interests are, we can use those things to help them develop socially, emotionally, and academically. And I would love to help you do that so that you don't have to go through the 15 years of talking to neurologists, psychologists, pediatricians, doing all the crazy stuff I did, reading all the studies and books and articles, pretty much whatever I could get my hands on, to be able to figure all this out over 15 years. I have coached a whole bunch of parents now on helping them work with their children who have challenges. Because just because our kids have challenges, their brains usually work differently, but it doesn't mean wrong or not well. It means different. And there have been many, many successful people who have had various kinds of things that society looks at as disabilities. And I do want to tell you, if your kids do have attention issues, they say attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. I'm here to tell you they are neither disordered nor are they deficient. Their brains work differently, and I can show you how to work with their brains the way they work. But there are a lot of other things that we can work on too. I mean, if your kids don't have attention issues and they have something else, we'll work with something else. But I will tell you, all you have to do is just click on the button and schedule a 15-minute free consultation. We'll either decide to work together because you want to recreate whatever is going on with you and your kids, or at the very least, I can give you some really specific right now things that you can do with your kids that will make a huge difference. Honest, in 15 minutes. And the reason I only make the calls 15 minutes is because I know you're busy. If we want it to go longer and you want to talk to me a little longer or whatever, if I have time in my schedule, I will do that because I'm not real, on my time. But I will say that we can get a lot done in 15 minutes. So just click on that button, pick a time that works for you, and I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. So here's to raising successful kids in our complicated world. Talk to you soon.